Well, hello there. This here is Mike Starr, and on today's video, I thought I'd like to show you all my top pornos that I own on Blu-ray in my collection. Now, these are unusual movies, okay? So let's get this video started. Now, I'm going to begin with my first one, which is called The Neverending Slut. Yes, The Neverending Slut. Yes, this is a great movie. Directed by Tom Longballs and Associates. Yep. The Neverending Slut. It's about this little boy that goes to this bookshop and he finds this porno, right? And on the back of the magazine, it's just to call this number because, you know, he's, I wouldn't say he's a little boy, he's 15, 16. And all of his friends, they've lost their virginity. And he goes to the bookstore and he finds this magazine and he rips out the page. The store owner comes chasing him. He bolts out of there. He goes home. For weeks and weeks and weeks, he contemplates calling this number. Anyways, when he calls the number, he gets sucked into this world where it's non-stop rooting and banging, and he realizes that sex is not all it's turned out to be. Because, come on, let's face it. When you're young, you think sex is everything, and when you're older and you've had so much sex, you realize that it was nothing. So, anyways, the next one is a horror porno called the I Know What She Did with the Slut Last Summer. Yeah, that one. Now, pretty much, it's about this guy here. He fucks her, him. Oh no, this guy used to be a tranny, and her, and pretty much what it's about is this guy with a hook. They run him over, and they end up fucking his daughter. They have a gangbang, and later the guy, he's actually not dead, and he finds out, and he wants revenge. He wants to stick the hook up, the main actor's ass in the movie, and by doing this, he will regain his manhood. So I would say it's an alright movie. The next one is Scream, She's Raping Me. Yep, Scream, She's Raping Me. This comes with Scream, She's Raping Me 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's about this woman in a ghost mask. It's actually about a woman raping a man, because you never hear about the woman raping the man, but this one's about a woman raping a man. It's quite good, and you know, this person calls you in the middle of a wank and disturbs you, you know, mid-wank, and comes into your house and tries to rape you. It's not a bad one. The next one is a Stephen King movie, and this one is called Muff Diving. Yep, Muff Diving. It's a really good movie. It stars Kathy Bates, James Cocksmoker. It's about this guy who's a big time porno agent in I think it was New York. He writes these screenplays for these pornos, and it's about him. He stays at this lodge every time he writes a new porno, and then he finishes this great new porno called Fast Hookers, and he drives his car down this massive hill, crashes the car, and this obsessed fan rescues him, and she makes him his sex slave. She makes him do all these dirty things, like she makes him lick her asshole. You know, she makes him do all these crazy things, like he covers her in peanut butter, they have sex on the bed, and then she threatens to cut off his dick, so instead she breaks his legs. It's actually not a bad movie. It's pretty cool. The next one here is 2069. Yep. It's an end of the world movie. It's about this guy. It's about the end of the world. The world's gonna end, and this guy's never had a root in his life, and he wants to have a root before the world ends. So he goes around looking for roots, but he doesn't want to pay for it. You know, that's the thing. He doesn't want to pay for it. So he's on top of this mountain as this tidal wave's going over him, and he's finally getting a root. But what he doesn't understand is that the girl he's fucking, her ex-husband is out to kill her. So when he finds out, he's gonna kill them both. And it's just a really cool movie. So they end up, they can't root anywhere, right? So every time they're about to root, the husband finds them. They go into this volcano. It's just crazy. It's a crazy movie. This one is Meet the Porn Stars, Meet the Fuckers, and Big Fuckers. Yeah, it's the trilogy. It's about this guy, you know, what was his name? Yeah, his name's Greg Fucker, and it's about this guy meeting his fiance's parents, and they're like big nymphos, and when he stays over there, they actually tie him up in the middle of the night, and they have these massive orgies, and you know, the wife, she never says like anything because she doesn't know, and towards the end of the film, you find out that she's oblivious to it all, but towards the end of the film, she finds out what the parents are doing, and she just, you know, she doesn't give a fuck, so she joins in. It's an awesome movie. The next one is Ferris Butthole's Dicking Off. Yep, it's a good movie, this one. It's about this guy named Ferris, was his name Ferris? Yeah, Ferris Butthole, and it's about, he tells his parents he's sick because he wants to stay home and wank. Genuinely wants to stay home and wank. Can't get enough of wanking. He wanks at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He can't get enough of wanking, right? So he wanks every single day, right? But when there's school, where's he gonna wank at school? There's no like privacy there. I mean, there are computers there, but there's no privacy. So he tells his parents he's sick just so he can stay home and wank. It's actually a good movie, right? And he calls his girlfriend, I think her name was Sloane the Slut in the movie. She comes to his house, Roots, and Cameron Fuckwit, I think his name was, he comes over and you know, they have the threesome, and then Ferris Bueller's parents actually find out he's not sick, and then what do his parents do? They join in on the action. It's a freaking awesome movie. It's so cool. Now, last but not least is one of my favorite porno movies of all time, and this here is Home Anal. Yeah, Home Anal, right? It's a really good movie. Really good movie. It stars a lot of famous actors. Yeah. It's about this kid named Kevin McCunster or something, and you know, he despises his parents because they keep him up every night because they root a lot. They're nymphomaniacs, and just it's been a while since I've seen it. Had a wank over it a few weeks ago. I can't believe I can't remember what it's about. Yeah, they're pretty they're nymphos, right? But you know, they want to have sex all the time, but they can't because they've got their son Kevin McCunnister, right? And they decide one day they're just going to leave him home because they don't want to deal with his bullshit. They want to go overseas and fuck, right? So they go to like Paris, and they leave him home alone. And this kid doesn't know what he's going to do. So he's just, you know, he goes through his parents' room and he finds out what's really going on. He finds this massive black dildo under his mum's bed, like that big. And in the meantime, these loan sharks, they keep on coming to the house because the parents, they owe these loan sharks all this money. And, you know, the loan sharks, they don't know what they're going to do. So the kid's like, would you take this dildo? It's my parents, right? And they're like, all right. And upon opening this dildo, they find that there's gold inside, and because there's gold inside, they realize that they just hit the jackpot. And this kid's like, he's paid for his parents' debt. So then eventually the parents come home from Paris, and you know, they told the kid, you know, get the fuck out of our home. We want to root. You know, we can't do it with you here 24/7. You know, but why is it called home anal? Well, that's the thing. The dad only likes to root in the mum's ass, and it's pretty fucked, you know. The dad wants to only root in the mum's ass, and they don't want to do it while the kid's there because it gets loud, you know. The dad's got like this massive schlong. So pretty much that's why they went to Paris. And when they get back home, the kid can't take it anymore because he ends up giving the mum anal in the house. So the kid ends up leaving, and yeah, he ends up becoming this famous porn star called Kevin McCunnister, and yeah, they call him the Muff Diver of Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland. That's where it was filmed. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So, I'm Mike Starr. Hope you all have enjoyed this video. All jokes aside, I just thought I'd make this video because it's an idea that I had brewing. So, catch you all on my next one. This is day 10, I think. And I'll see you all next time. If this video does well, I'm going to make a part 2. So I'll see you later. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mike Starr. Stay safe, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good night.